All right. Hello, hello. Sorry, I had a little bit of an issue. Stephen, I see you in here. Let me give me a chat when you can to let me know you're hearing me okay. I thought I had switched this to a Zoom, but it stayed on this. I got to go back in and change my some of my settings, so I will make sure to take care of that. But in the meantime, hopefully you're seeing the screen. And Stephen, if you could say hello and let me know that this is coming through, that would be fantastic. Okay, let's see. Uh, Chat. Steve, can you hear me? I'm going to put a little message in. There we go. Good afternoon. Hello back to you. Any problems joining today? Let me know. Uh, Again, I thought I had the settings switched on this, but not yet. I will make sure that I get that taken care of as we move into next week. We'll give it another couple of minutes. We're light on numbers, so it may just be that issues coming in. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Hello, John. Welcome. Good to see you. All right. Well, we've given it some time. Let me go ahead and start this recording. And officially, good afternoon. Welcome out to the Market Watch Group Weekly Market Wrap. I think I'm going to put an alert out today, possibly. So those of you who are here will get it, and those rests will have to watch the recording or catch it later. But let's dive in. Let's see what we have going on. First and foremost, as always, let me remind you that this is education, illustrative purposes only. We're not advisors or brokers. We don't give recommendation or financial advice. What are we going to do? Here is today's agenda. First and foremost, we'll look at today's market analysis. We'll revisit our posture to see what changes, if any, there may be. What is the mindset for trades being carried over to the weekend? If you've taken any new trades or put some new ones on today, there may be trades that you're going to carry forward. And Let me see here. Sorry, let me make sure the screen is still sharing. There we go. Okay, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's hit it. I think I lost John, and I'm worried that John was on the app and not coming through due to Zoom. As I said, I thought I had it saved, but when I went in to start the meeting, it took me into the live, and apparently it didn't take. So my apologies to anyone who is trying to come in that way. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with today's market, and we will go from there and get a. Like I said, I'm getting the alert template out. I think we're going to get something built, so let's prepare for that. Okay, let me get a blank one ready. Alert template. Okay, there's the template. We are going to need this. I'm going to insert. I'm going to get ready for Sunday, but I need to get caught up here just a little bit. So let's put this as 1.5. And I'm going to keep an eye to see if we have some more people joining us. But Steve, right now, it's just you and me. So let's get to this and see what we come up with. Let me grab our most recent posture.
Sun. Get past it. Good from a technical point of view.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find that another time. I can't seem to find where he posted the picture of it. So if anyone, if you have it, let me know what the numbers break down to. Because I don't have that right now. Okay. I have the final number at 5.75, but I don't have the breakdown. I'm going to have to go in and find that or figure that out. But welcome, Paul. Welcome, PJ. Yeah, let's talk about it. I'm gonna put my preview score. Where do I think the preview is gonna be? So if I look and see, first of all, at where the long term, nothing's gonna change there. I think that's still gonna stay the same. I'm gonna leave mine at 1.5. And we'll see if this is useful. We'll see if this is useful in actually putting together the market posture going into the weekend. Where would my number be on this one? This is where I haven't had a chance to really sit down. I think I'd be down we definitely took out the lows. We got down here, lower low, lower high, same low. I think it's about 1.5 points. I would still probably put this at 1.25. Just kind of looking at it right now, 1.25. I have to imagine this has come down and this has come down. The VIX overall, I'm spitballing here. I might even leave that at a 1.5, but this is going to end up really popping back to a minus 0.5. I'm kind of feeling that right there. I don't know. That would have us down another quarter of a point, right? That would have us down another quarter of a point. Ah, there we go. Steve has it. 1.5 from December 29th. 1.25. Okay, I agree with that. Volume was a 0.25. Still a 1. Still a 1. A 0.75 here. Okay. Interesting, probably because of the lineup. So maybe this does hold up a little better than what I thought. Let's put this at a 0.75. And you can see that there was a much bigger dip on the volatility. I need to reconcile this. Let's talk about it, though. Short term, I think that's a fine score. But the volume, this is going to be a big one for us this week. This is going to be a big one for the score and how we process that. Let's take a look. A couple of things. Number one, when it comes to sanity checking this thing, okay, give me a second here. I want to draw, but it's not letting me draw. Oh, there we go. Sanity check. We're starting here. We're ending here. That's a slightly downward move. I would expect it to be negative. At most 0, but negative. You can see what we have here. Sell, sell, tie, buy day. So in this little grouping here, we have 2, 1, and 1. And then we have another 2, 0, and 1. I've got 4 sell days, 1 buy day, and 2 ties. Definitely leaning way more towards sellers than buyers. Yeah, if this was I would have probably been a 0 at best, maybe even a minus 0.25. I'm going to be a minus 5 on volume. Minus 0.5 on volume. That's where the weakness is right now that we're contending with. Minus 0.5. That's where I'm seeing that. Everything else looks okay, though. Let's go look at the VIX. The VIX is actually, I would say, so we had a higher low and a higher high. That would take me down to 1.25. And then now I'm getting a lower high. So, and I'm at 16. I don't think there's a lot of problems with this, quite honestly. 1.25. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable. If I drop to a 1, that was a big drop between these days here. I don't think it was that much. I think I'm going to find myself somewhere in this range. Still 5.5. What does that mean? I'm still bullish overall, and I'm getting a confirmation signal from the VIX and a bounce signal here from the SPY. Stochastics is turning, finding support, bouncing, closing higher than these. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Let's go through the watch list. Here's a question for those who are here. Any new trades today? Let me know. Let's go find one, if not. What are we thinking about? Apple's close, but not there yet. Amazon. An argument could easily be made for an Amazon trade. Let's start with that. Let's start with that. Easily an argument for Amazon. Okay. AppLovin. Argument could be made here as well. Let me know your thoughts. If you agree, if you disagree, let me get back to chat. PLTR, old trade is getting revived. Yes. AFRM, I agree with PLTR. That's a good new one as well. I would say AppLovin is viable. Let's crank through this list real quick. AXP. AXP from financials on the list. I would say BAC maybe not quite as much. Some of the financials maybe aren't going to be as strong, but there's some potential there. Caterpillar testing low. CLS. CLS looking good. CMG, no. AFRM. Now, that was one that Glenn had talked about recently, I think. Is that right? I would agree. That one looks strong. Getting a little bounce. Cisco, not quite yet. DocuSign, no. Fastenal, no. Flex. I think Flex has got some momentum to it. Maybe a little too much even. So far, I like Amazon quite a bit. GE Vernova, look at that strength. That was yesterday. Now it's getting more. GM, not quite yet, but close. Google, I would say, is viable. No for Goldman. HWM, viable. A lot of things showing up. Which ones do we think are viable for right now? IBM, no. JCI, maybe. KKR for financials, I like that. KKR. Meta, I would put that in the same vein as Google. Definitely one of those would work. No for Microsoft or Morgan yet. No yet. NDAQ. Netflix. Nope. Nvidia. Woo, some strength there. PLTR looks fantastic. I would definitely say that one looks viable. That's one of our favorites right there. A big move today, though, 6%. Roblox, I would put that as a yes. I would put Reddit as a yes. RKLB, I would put as a yes. Look at these. So much strength. Yeah. A lot of strength in these. Showing up. Looking pretty good. TSM. Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm liking what I see here. If you're carrying some trades, if you're putting new trades on, let's go to VRT. VRT is moving. Strength there. VSCO. Maybe. VST. Woo! Look at VST. Agreed. Agreed. Very strong. Walmart. There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff. I think maybe going into a place like Amazon, where we haven't been for a little while. It's got a little less. I love PLTR. You know I love PLTR. I've already got some PLTR, and that's the problem, is something new. So I'm gonna go over here into Amazon. Implied volatility is we're bullish here. Give me your thoughts about Amazon as a candidate. We're bullish. Implied volatility still overall fairly low. Entry range, I would say that range is anywhere from 222.50 to 224.80. 222.50, 224.80. Stop range. $220.25 down to maybe $217.75. Let's talk targets. If this moves, what are we going to look for? And my thought is I want to be ambitious, but not overly so. So if I go back and I start with maybe something like this, and I come in here, I can say, yeah, you know what? That looks pretty good. Would I enter this today? Wait till Monday? I would be fine entering today. You can see here we got more. And let's... $242.50. That's my target. And take profit. Let's call it halfway. We'll go $232.50. Let's format these cells to be correct, first of all. Time in trade, 12 to 15 days. What are we looking for here? 20 to the upside. And now maybe 18 to the upside. $18 to the upside and 4 to the downside. I think we're getting 4.25 on this to 1, maybe. Relatively low. Cheap enough. Let's go find some options on this thing. Building the trade. Let's go see what we can find. There's a lot out there. What am I looking for here? This is AMZN. Sorry, let me just move this over. Okay. Okay. What are we looking for here? 242.50. Then we want 232.50. Down here we want 220.25 for a stop. I don't know what I have on here, but something. Butterfly. Okay, January. I'm probably going to look at Febs at this point. January's only have 14 days. If I go a little out of the money, maybe 230s. Ooh, they're still pretty expensive. 240s. Let's give this some time. One week. Yeah, there's still expensive options. I don't know if I need to go that far out. I can probably actually just go to the end of January. And we'll still go to the 230s, though. Two contracts. I mean, for buying the option, I think this is okay. I would probably want the spread trade because it is a little more expensive, but let's see. Let's go one more strike out of the money. I'd probably actually move this to 235. Yes, let's do that. Here, 235. So we're trying to get 4-1. Are we getting 4-1? Yeah, we're definitely getting better than 4-1 at our ultimate target here. Yeah, okay. I like this right here. 345. $340. So long calls. This is January. What was this? 31st, 2025. January 31st, 2025 is my expiration. Sample trade 235. Strike at 340. Risk per contract. $160. That's a thought process right there. Now, could we do spreads? Could we do something else? Yeah, but this is just kind of a, well, what does this look like to speculate on Amazon? I'm going to put this out. Give me a second here. Questions, comments, or concerns? Did we get some new folks in to see what we did here? Hopefully. Let me go see what our numbers look like now. All right, we got some new people. Did you see it? Did you like it? What are your thoughts? Did anyone put new trades on? If so, where are your new trades? There's a lot of good stuff that's firing. This alert is going for Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and stick this out there. Let's post it. What day is today? January the 3rd, 25. Okay. So, I've got my comments up to see if anyone has questions about it. What about a Feb versus the January? Absolutely, exactly right, Press. It's more costly. It'll cost you more, but you'll have less. You'll have less time decay during the trade. So that there is a trade-off, most definitely, to be found there. New trade alert. Looks like the trade alert Glenn was looking for on Affirm did well. Trade alert for AMZN 1/3/25. I'm putting the date in per Steven's suggestion. And let's add an image. Amazon bullish 225, 222.50 to 224. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't make any mistakes on this. Target, take profit, 12. Yeah, okay. Publish. Perfect. I'm going to go send a quick email on this, and then let's talk about what else. I'm not seeing anyone post. I would imagine there has to be a few trades placed today. No? Anybody pulling the trigger? Let me know if so. I'm going to send a quick email out on this alert. 2025, what's on my New Year's resolutions? Texts for alerts. That is on its way. So make sure that you are watching out for that because we are going to do that as well. But let me go ahead and get this email sent off. And we will be all set to just discuss the market for the rest of our hour. Okay. Well, that went pretty well. I know we're trying to find ways to be able to both integrate trading here in the live sessions, but also still get the message out. I want to try to get a live trade every Friday if I can. We've been doing pretty well with that, but running into a little bit of friction on getting the word out. I feel like today is a little bit faster and better, so hopefully progress is being made along those lines. I'm about to send this email out so that those who are not in attendance still will get notification in a timely fashion. Okay, almost there. And full send. There's an issue with the content section. Huh. Continue. Huh. Well, give me a second here. I thought I was going smoothly, and now all of a sudden it is. Not letting it go through. Okay, we're out. We're sent. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just see here. Did I get that posted? New alert. Billy Ray has already liked it. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, guys. What do I have? 2-1 since costs 428 for 10 wide. Okay, Clint did a spread. I love it, Clint. Thank you for sharing that. Easy way. Easy way. Everything is green. Uh-huh. Yes. What about a spread for February 25? The thing about the spread for 2025 is that it's going to, it takes some time for the time decay to work its way in sometimes. I think if I was doing a spread, I'd be more inclined to go to the January 31st and keep it around 30 days so that I could get more time decay going. Everything is green. Let's see. I was looking at AMZ. Okay. AMZU. Is that an offshoot? I'm not familiar with that. Direction. Okay, so it's a leveraged Amazon that works at it's cheaper, but it works at twice the rate. You can see it's an Amazon bullish ×2, so it's a leveraged. That one could definitely move for you, Lee. It's given a similar setup, right, from a technical standpoint. We can get 4-1 there, also 2-1 since the cost is 10 wide. Okay. I love it. That's kind of the point of the alerts, to give you a starting point. And if you're like, hey, I really want my hand held, we'll give you everything. But I like what you guys are doing, where you're saying, you know what, I'm going to go 2 extra weeks, or I'm going to turn this into a spread. That's the ideal for sure, is to take what we're giving you and make it your own. You're doing it anyways. So let's make sure that we purposefully do that and make it happen. Okay. Let's go back and talk about posture for those who weren't here. Also did what Clint did for a spread. Love the spread. I have no problem with that. There is some vol pumped into it for sure, so we should be aware of that. Let's go AMZN. Let me get off of drawings. I went a little bit through before there was more of us here. This is where I'm kind of falling for my market posture. I need to reconcile these 2 weeks better. This is what, and maybe it was the same for both weeks if it was a tie. Maybe it dropped in the first week. Okay. Let's see. Copy and paste 575. How do we calculate reward to risk? So for Amazon, let's be specific. Okay, let me give myself, and it's not that's a great question, Press. In fact, my mission right now is to try to do everything I can to bring this thing more into the fold of beginners. And so my flaw is I tend to move into assumptions of things being known rather than addressing it over and over and over again. So I very much appreciate the question. So right now for this reward to risk ratio, I'm going to go off of where we are. We'll call it 223.60. Then I'm going to have my upper level here. That's 242.50. And then my stop loss, which I had established as $220.25. And maybe even a little lower than that. Let's even go down to 219.25. 219.25. Now, with a week's worth of time decay and buying 2 contracts at this 340 price, I'm looking at 350 risk for 1680 gain. That in and of itself is a reward to risk ratio. So I could just take the 1685 divided by the 355. That's a 4.75 to 1 reward to risk ratio. That's the option trade. But before we even get to that point, let's just do the stock. So I'm just gonna add the stock. And here you can see if I buy it 100 shares and I stop out, I lose 418. And if I get to my target, I make 1902. That's my stock reward to risk ratio. I buy 1 share at 223.50. If I ride it up to 242.50, I get a certain amount. If I write it down to 219.25, I lose a certain amount. And now I take this 1902 divided by 424. Nope, that can't be right. 1902 divided by 424. I keep typing 1902, 424, 4.4. So you can kind of see we're in that same vein. 4.4, 4.7. I had it estimated at 4.25. So I guess it would really, the way we have this built, I would say it's around that 4.25 to 4.4 to 1. That's it. That's the stock. When we translated it into an option, you can see it went to... So if I were to scale back, let's say to 80 shares. Let's say to 85 shares. You can see that if I did the stock with 85 shares, that's $360 of risk for $1,600 in gain. If I do the option, $360 to $1677. So by doing the option, I'm actually maintaining and in fact slightly improving the reward to risk. So here I have both a stock and an option. if I did like PJ and Clint did, I could go calculate what the reward to risk would be for the spread trade. This is just making sure I have it, I know it, it's calculated. That's a great question, Press, and I appreciate you would ask that. Okay, we went through the watch list. There's a ton. If you put a couple on today, great. Then what? Then I'm going to look to see if there's still signals and still firing for next time. One of the questions you should know right now is how many trades are you willing to have? Where are you willing to have those trades? It's green. It's bullish looking. Miguel is right. We're getting a lower high on our VIX. Yeah, we're seeing some things here. It looks pretty good. Our posture has stayed bullish. We've maintained that 5 level in the fives. Yeah, I feel like we're in a good place. If you have bullish trades, you're probably going to carry it. If you added bullish trades, you're probably feeling pretty good about what you're adding. And let's see what this looks like as we carry into next week. So, questions about trades, questions about watch list, questions about market posture. Open door for questions for the rest of our hour. Anything else? I'm glad to see that our numbers picked up. I had meant for this to be a Zoom session, but it didn't save. And so if anyone was trying to log in via mobile and you weren't able to because the Zoom wasn't up, I apologize. I thought I had that set. I will have that going forward for next week. But look for an announcement on Sunday, and this is something that I'll talk about. We are going to still take additional steps to try to make this group more attainable for beginners right off the bat. There will always be plenty for the advanced to go into and plenty of discussions to be had, but we've got to make sure we're solving for that constant dilemma of is the onboarding enough that we can bring newbies on and not lose them? Right now, the feedback is we're still losing people. Those of you who made it through, pat yourselves on the back. Give me some suggestions of ways to make it easier for others to onboard in a way that you did. Let's make this a collaborative endeavor. But Glenn and I are putting our heads together, as I said, and we're going to make some changes to the current schedule to really emphasize what we're doing for those coming in from a more beginning level. I think it's necessary. I think it's important for us to do it, and I'm looking forward to some help on that. What else? Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Let me know. Otherwise, we are going to be back on for so here's what I'll tell you. The timing's going to stay the same. Still going to be Sundays. Still going to be Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Friday afternoon. We're still going to have a Wednesday afternoon and a Friday morning with Glenn. We're still going to have Tuesday and Wednesday evenings, or Tuesday and Thursday evenings. It's just the structure and what we're going to name it. The newbie focus will be priceless, Ted said. Love it. That's what we're hoping for. If you ever have technical difficulties, tell me what they are. Be like, hey, this is what happened to me today. So I can be like, what happened there? Try to send me more messages, you guys, and keep me posted on what's happening, because it's helpful for me to make sure that what I am doing is making sense and is addressing the concerns. So yes, there will be a bigger newbie focus. Yes, that will be made clear with the new schedule. Yes, we will use Zoom going forward. I'll make sure that that's in place. Yes, text for alerts will be a part of it. You will have to opt in. Look for that opt-in. Okay, let's work together. 2025, make it a great year. Alert came out. If you missed it, take a look. I'm looking for more alerts to come on Monday as a follow-up to this one. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yesterday had to wait. Okay, thank you, PJ. I'm trying to make it so that There is no waiting room. I'm working on my Zoom settings so that it just pops you right in. Because I want that too. I don't want to have to see that someone came in and accidentally have that. So I appreciate you flagging that. Keep letting me know. We are making the adjustments to make these changes and make it as easy as possible. So that is coming your way. All right. Well, we'll cut a little early today. Let you maybe make any last minute adjustments to any positions that you have before the market ends. Otherwise, I will see you guys at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. I am very anxious to get a posture in with you, to get myself fully back into orientation with the group. I'm looking forward to some of the new things that we're doing. I'm looking forward to your feedback about how it's working out, and we'll go from there. So thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, your Saturday. I'll see you Sunday. As always, happy trading.